Okay.
Miss Page what?
In my book, I will tell you 1 minute. It's page 176. I guess this is your book. So today, inshallah, we're going to start lesson 1, the physical geography of South Asia. We said, and we have like an intro for the lesson by revising or defining a subcontinent. Who can tell me the definition of a subcontinent? Yes, Kinsey, go ahead.
Is a large mammoth land that's a part of continents.
Yes, it is considered part of a continent, whether it's a geographically or a politically unique part larger of a continent. We have like how many countries in South Asia and what are their names? دي موجودة؟
7.
Yes.
India, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Maldives, and Sri Lanka.
Okay, and we have like 2 islands from these 7 countries. Josie, can you tell me again the names of the 2 islands?
I'm just gonna ask a question, but before I say,
Yes.
Is India considered one of the 6 countries, or?
Yes, actually, as the book mentioned, we consider India one of them. Actually, it's the largest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's okay. And the 2 islands, huh? I'm gonna say them. Sri Lanka and Maldives.
Yes, Sri Lanka and Maldives are the 2 islands. Okay, so we also considered India as part of these 6 countries, and actually India the largest countries of them all. Let's move to the physical features or the landform there. We have who can tell me about the mountain ranges or the landform there? Okay, I have Hannah Durgam, go ahead.
Himalaya, Hindu Kush,
Yes.
the
Karakoram. Yes, we have like 3 mighty mountain ranges from South Asia to northern border. They are the Hindu Kush, the Karakoram, and the Himalayas. What's the highest mountain in the Himalayas? Maya?
Mount Everest.
Yes, Mount Everest is the highest mountain or actually the highest mountain in the whole world. Also, we said that we have, because of the physical features of the mountain ranges that are put there, they have formed like a physical barrier. Who can elaborate about this part? Actually, the mountain ranges have, yes, Hannah Hamzi, go ahead.
Invaders and traders could enter South Asia through only a few openings, such as the Khyber Pass between Afghanistan and Pakistan.
Thank you very much. Actually, because of the mountain ranges, they have formed like a physical barrier in between the countries there. Invaders and traders couldn't enter South Asia only through a few openings, such as Khyber Pass between the Afghanistan and the Pakistan. So when I tell you what's the importance, why or why it is important, Khyber Pass is important. Who can tell me about the answer? Why is Khyber Pass important? Important in this region. Let me بقى choose. Ali Hisham, why do we consider the Khyber Pass important?
Invaders and traders could enter through only a few openings.
Yes, which is the?
The Khyber Pass between Afghanistan and Pakistan.
Thank you very much. Let's move back to the bodies of water. Let's move to the bodies of water. Who can elaborate about them? Guayed, Adam Guayed?
There are 3 water
major
kinds
water?
in this with the Ganges with the Brahmaputra.
Thank you very much. We have like 3 major rivers. They begin as small stream and then they became rivers. They are the Indus, the Ganges, and the Brahmaputra. The Indus, who can tell me about where does the Indus flow? Kenzi Tahan?
Flow the southward through the Pakistan to the Arab Sea.
Arabian Sea, yes. What about the Ganges and the Brahmaputra? Lujaina?
They flow east and southwest to the Bay of Bengal.
Bengal. Thank you very much. Yes.
You're welcome.
So these are the major rivers that flow across the plains. Let's move to the where the annual flooding deposit have rich deposits. So because we have rivers, we will have like annual deposits, which made people actually have fertile soil and rich soil for growing rivers. So when I ask you a question, what is the major impact of having rivers through this area? What is the major impact of having rivers through the area? Noor al-Mahi?
Annual flooding.
Yes. Which has what effect on the soil?
The annual flooding has deposited rich soil for growing crops. 1/10 of the world's people now live in the alluvial plain created by the Ganges River.
Thank you very much. The alluvial plain is created by the Ganges River, and this alluvial plain is an area of fertile soil deposited by the flood water, which is the word longest. The word longest. We said that also the Brahmaputra and the Ganges have come together to form the largest. Who can tell me? It forms the largest stream, Buddha.
Delta on Earth.
Yes. Tell me about the importance of delta and what's meant by delta.
Delta is a place where river deposits soil at the mouth of a river.
Yes.
Delta has large fertile soil that is good for farming.
Thank you very much. So we said that the Ganges and the Brahmaputra came together to form the largest delta on Earth, and deltas are places where rivers deposits soil at the mouth of the river, and also it has some of the world's richest farmland. So we can conclude from these physical features or from this landform that what kind of economic activity the population will be having. Okay, Yusuf? Can you tell me what kind of physical or economic activities the people will be having there? Yusuf?
Miss, I'm here, but I don't know the answer.
From the physical features on the landform and the rivers, what kind of physical features the people will be having there? I'm just asking you to try to...
They will fish.
Yes, fishing maybe.
And farm.
Yes, fishing and farming, that's it. Okay, we'll see طبعا later what kind of physical activities they will be having. Let's move to the central and the southern highlands. Who can tell me about the nature of the central and the southern highlands? Noor al-Mahi?
Mountains and rivers also dominate central and southern parts of South Asia. They physically and culturally separate India into northern and southern parts.
Thank you. We have a very important plateau there. Thank you, Noor. Judy. The most important plateau there is?
Deccan Plateau.
Yes. Can you describe it?
Yeah. Okay. It's a high and flat.
I know, but it like two mountain ranges.
Okay, two mountain ranges, the western and eastern Ghats, from its edges, and a narrow fertile coastal plain lies between each mountain range and the sea coast.
Yes, thank you very much. So actually also now we have in the central and the southern highlands. Again, Kenzie Tahan, can you describe them again?
Miss Judy say the Deccan Plateau. I say it again.
Yes.
It's a high and flat bordered by the eastern and western Ghats, and has a narrow fertile place between the mountains.
Thank you very much. So this is actually the landform that dominates southern India. So when I ask you what landform dominates southern India, you'll be mentioning the Deccan Plateau. What mountain ranges borders this plateau? What mountain ranges borders this plateau? Maya, the Deccan Plateau. Maya?
A narrow coastal plain lies between each mountain range.
What are the names of these mountain ranges?
Why they're not mentioned?
We have mentioned that they are the Western
The Eastern and Western Ghats.
Yes, thank you very much. The Eastern and the Western Ghats, they are bordering the Deccan Plateau. Then we have moved to the islands of South Asia. What are the islands of South Asia? What are the islands of South Asia? Ali Sham?
Sri Lanka, Maldives.
Yes, Sri Lanka and Maldives. Hala, can you tell me about the nature? Hala Tariq, tell me about the nature of these islands are like, what they look like?
Sri Lanka, shaped like a teardrop, lies off the southeastern tip of India, and Maldives lies southwest of India's tip and is made up of numerous islands.
Yes, it means of numerous islands. Many of these islands are, what do they look like? Lujina?
Ring.
Yes,
Ring
small
shaped
ring shaped called
atolls.
atolls. So when I ask you to define the atolls, it's actually a small ring shaped islands. Atolls are small ring shaped islands. Okay, look at the picture on this page. I'm sharing from your textbook. What's the people doing? What kind of activity the people are doing? Hana Durgham. Hana Durgham?
Miss, I am here. Sorry.
Yes, look at the picture I'm sharing now and tell me what kind of activity do the people doing in front of you. Describe it.
Cleaning the clothes.
Yes, they're washing their clothes. Yes. Actually, they're washing their clothes. Now, from the picture, if they are washing their clothes by this way, can you describe what home facilities do they have inside? What kind of home facilities do they have? Are their houses equipped with like taps, fresh water, clean water? Can you describe their inside their homes, or can you guess from the picture in front of you? Just try to
Can you?
guess. Okay, I will repeat again.
I don't understand the question.
Again, I will tell you again. From the picture you see in front of you, can you tell me what kind of home facilities do these people have? How do they get their drinking water? Can you tell me? Just try to guess from the picture. Noor, go ahead.
They're doing laundry in a river because they they may have not access to clean water in their houses.
Yes, thank you very much, Yanur. Yes, they seem to look like that they don't have access to clean water in their houses, so they're doing like laundry, and I guess they're washing their dishes at the same time, maybe taking a shower at the same time at the river because it's much easier and much cheaper for them. Okay, so you think that their houses aren't equipped enough for them to be having this inside their houses. Okay, if you're living there, and if you're living there, how can you help them to have like these facilities inside their houses? Maya?
Miss, can you repeat that question?
Again, if you're living there, first tell me, what do you think? What do you think the reasons that they don't have access to fresh water, although they have rivers?
The country may be like poor. They can't make the water available in all the houses there.
Okay, and thank you, Maya. How can we help them, guys, if we're there? Yani, how can we help them?
Build a canal أو حاجة.
Build a canal, maybe it will be like an access for fresh water. Okay, so from the picture, you can guess that the country may be poor. They don't have water facilities inside their houses. And actually, they're doing most of their basic needs in a very primitive way or a very basic way in the river. Okay, so What about electricity? Do you think these people have electricity inside their houses?
No.
No.
طب how did you guess that they don't have electricity?
هو they don't have water هيبقى عندهم electricity.
Please, Yanur, stick to the English. And yes, you have a point. They don't have water inside their houses, so maybe they don't have also electricity. So actually, they're not making use of the rivers. If you made use of your river, as we have studied in North Africa, like building canals or dams, it will provide them with like electricity. So what is your advice for these people? Yani consider yourself like a social worker or like you're working in the development of countries, and tell me one piece of advice for these people. Who can tell me one advice? Reem?
They can use the rivers to generate electricity.
Yes, they can use the rivers in order to generate electricity, or the flooding to generate electricity. Yes. What else? Who can give me another piece of advice?
Get donations or يعني.
Yes,
Miss, I'll work to get money. If they get money, they'll get water, and if they get water, they get electricity.
It depends on what kind of job they're working in. Yani. It's not that
Farming
easy.
مثلا and trading.
Thank you
get
very
help
much.
from other countries.
Thank you, Judy, very much. Yani, if they were actually working in farming, trading, they could have like more money. Thank you, nice solution. Who was speaking?
Me.
Yes, what were you saying, Amaya?
Mess to be يعني they look that they are not educated, so they don't know the importance of the river كده.
Yes, if they are educated enough, they will be able to know the importance of rivers. Yes, thank you very much. So maybe if they're sending some of their younger people to other countries to be educated, they will be knowing the importance of river. طب tell me بقى, if people are acting the way they're acting like this, they're having their laundry in the river, they're actually having like يعني their main carpets and their clothes like spread all over the pavement, as you can say, what kind of social life they will be living? يعني what kind, يعني do you think they will be healthy? What's the impact on them? What do you think?
Yes. So is this in India?
I guess they look Indians. I guess, yeah, it's part of India. So what do you think, what could happen to them?
They're poor?
يعني beside they're poor, they look poor. But يعني what else could happen to them?
They look unhealthy.
Yes.
Poverty?
They could die from starvation.
They could be dying out of starvation, maybe because they're not farming well. They're using the same water for laundry and for preparing their food. So what could happen for them?
Drinking.
They can make
pollution.
It's pollution, yes, but يعني this is the least of their problems now. Someone said, yes, يا رشوان.
Poisoned.
Pollution will let them die.
Yes, pollution for water could, يعني no, they
Miss,
will not
they
die
also may
directly.
die from cold weather because they're not dressed. They don't
Guys,
look dressed.
easy, بس easy one at a time, please. You said that we're having like water pollution, right? So they will not die directly. They will be suffering out of diseases. So do these diseases can affect other people in other countries?
Yes.
Yes.
Explain.
زي COVID كده.
Because they're biological.
Yes, يا فادية, go ahead, huh? But raise your voice a little bit.
What?
Raise your voice a little bit.
Like for example, we have COVID now, مثلا.
Yes.
People get affected by it.
Yes, if you're having like a disease in a country.
مثلا, what?
Yes, go ahead.
These people having
like cholera أو كده.
If anyone came into أو مثلا they went to anywhere else, they may be affected.
Yes, we may get affected by these diseases from other people. Thank you very much, Fadia. So actually we are living in one world. So if they're poor and they don't have enough money, they will be affected by other diseases. We will get affected too because we're living in the same world, by the way. So it's important to try to help these people. How can we help these people?
Can I say?
Yes, go ahead.
Instead of putting their cloth on this thing we can bring them a muncher.
Very
and
nice. Don't you consider this like their own muncher, Yan? It's not about having spread. By the way, if they're spreading their clothes outside, it's much better in the sun.
لا يا مس ما ماشي we can put the muncher
ما هو يا مس
برضه instead of cleaning it in this water we can bring them a غسالة.
If they, by the way, if they have enough money in order to afford a washing machine, they will be getting it now. They won't be like this. I'm asking you as a country, yes, I'm asking you as a country how to help these people as a country. So we can donations to get them their basic needs.
منشر وغسالة.
to provide them
maybe
jobs.
we give them supplies.
Yes, thank you very much, Hala.
To help their government make new laws and
thank you very much, Fadia. Yes, making laws not to use the rivers in public.
But
they can build their own equipment, cleaning equipment.
At the same
they can
time,
build their own.
Afford them washing machines, homes, safety places to
help them to have water supplies inside their houses, and instead of
healthy life.
Yes, thank you very much. And instead of getting them their basic needs, we help them to have their own needs or to support them to have their own needs inside their houses.
Yes.
Okay, inshallah, tomorrow I will be covering South Asia's climate. So what I want from you is to read the next page from the textbook, the South Asia's climate, and the tropical and the dry areas, the highland and the temperate climates. I will stop at this part. All over about the climate, because we're going to compare between different climate, the monsoon, the tropical, wet and dry areas, and also the highland temperate climate. Anyone want to ask any question about the lesson? Before I have a quick revision on the lesson? Okay, I will having a quick revision on the lesson. Now you can see the share of the PowerPoint, right?
Now we see the textbook.
1 minute. I'll be sharing the PowerPoint. I'll just have a quick revision. We said that this is the map of South Asia. As you can see that we have said that South Asia is a subcontinent, and we have the definition of a subcontinent. These are the countries. The largest country is India. We have 6 countries, and among them we have two islands. We have divided the region into 3 actually main regions. We have north, and we have part also of the north. We have the plains and the deltas, and we have the center and the south. Let's start by the north. The north will be having 3 mountain ranges and 3 rivers. Okay. Then also in the north we have the plain and the delta. Then we have moved to the geography of the center and the south. We have a plateau, and we have the islands. That's it. All these 3 slides covers all the physical geography of South Asia, the center, the south, and the north. Anyone want to ask any question about this part?
No, thank you.
Okay, see you tomorrow, inshallah.